Hey, welcome back, guys, to another week of Dallas Beertalk. I got my Eagles tears on from Nova Ray, a special episode for Nova Ray. I'm your host, Victor Santana. We got Drew to the left of me. Hey, you know what? Baby boo. You know what? We got Ziggy. He's back.
The man,
the myth,
the legend.
I am here, everybody. I am back. I'm filling in today for Jedi, and it's good to be back. It's great to be with you, everybody.
Oh my God.
The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town, guys.
If we wouldn't get flagged, we would definitely do the "Boys Are Back in Town" song.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
Copyright infringement's a bitch.
Fuck you, YouTube.
Yeah. But anyways,
we're here.
Everybody
Everybody had a good weekend?
Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty chill.
I was in Noble Ray this weekend. So for me, myself, let me check. Headphones ain't working. I messed it up somehow. So I'm gonna put that down.
So you went up and visited the brewery a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. I was hanging out at Noble Ray, and then I had a chance to meet a bunch of people. I had a chance to meet Jennifer, the bearded lady. What is that noise? Anybody hearing that cracking? But she was cool as shit. So shout out to Jennifer, the bearded lady. She was cool, super nice, super cool. Got time to catch up with a good friend Chanel.
Yep.
Met Blanton from Noble Rays.
Mr. Webb.
Yes, cool as shit. Unfortunately, he was gonna be our other guest today, but he got a little sick. So,
hence the big influx of all the big Noble Ray
shirt
stuff we got going on. Yeah,
things going on.
All that swag. So.
Probably one of my favorite setups for a brewery so far.
Yeah.
So one of my favorites. When you walk in, it's a typical boring. Most breweries are boring. When you walk in, it has nice little pictures up there. It's chill. And then you look to your left. There's some video games. Not too much. Is off to the corner. They have a Sega. They have an N64. They have a Pandora Box 4, which is a 2 joysticks fighting game that has a shit ton of fighting games listed on there.
It's like the big pad with the little.
Yeah.
Ah.
And then they have a box, like the arcade box with Street Fighter 2, which is pretty legit. And then and then have a shirt press right next to all that, so they make their shirts fresh right there.
Really?
So
I saw some little video of a place doing little shirt presses the other day. When it goes through all that, they put the ink and they screen press and print them on. Do they go through like a baking thing where they put like a little oven heater thing?
Kind of the same thing like we do with some like cheaper pizzas.
Yeah.
And push that through what the best way to describe it is like Pizza Hut pizza thing.
Oh, just like a little just
little
oven
belt.
Yeah, it goes through. Yeah.
So that was one. That's all into the left. Then you go to the right. There's a bunch of chairs and TVs, right? And so when you walk into the right of it, that's where you have the bar and the drinks and have a little food there. That's you get there early enough, you eat some food, some desserts, and it's just is open enough where you can feel comfortable walking around, and then it feels like there's sectors to it at the same time. I don't know how else to describe that. I wish we had an interior designer. It's open, but it feels like they have sections to it. You have when you first walk in, you have a section of just a chill area type thing.
You're saying their feng shui is
on point.
On point.
Definitely.
Okay. I
definitely got some good artwork too going all over. Apparently, the artist is from Arlington, so that's pretty legit.
Hey,
keep it all Texas.
Keep it local.
Yeah. So beautiful place. Everybody was fun as fuck. The beers were absolutely delicious.
So you brought a few of them this week, huh?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna kill some. I was hoping to have more people, so we got some tall boys here. They call these crowlers. So. I've never seen it before. They actually canned it in front of me, which I got excited like a little schoolgirl. I was like, "Oh shit, they canned it!"
Oh my god!
This is how you can a beer?
Yeah.
This is interesting. Yeah, I know. Boring. I get it. But that was my Sunday. and I was a little drunk on Sunday. Oh, I'm drunk. I was supposed to go on a date Sunday night.
How'd that go? Was it? You guys had a magnificent time, I heard.
No, I
Something
fell
along those lines?
asleep.
People, what? You
I
fell asleep?
Sleep on the couch.
How did that happen?
I had like 2-3 hours before I had to meet this person up, and I'm sitting on the couch with my dog. I'm just chilling. Just got out the shower. I'm like, I'm ready, and I was like, all right, I have some time to kill. I'm gonna sit right here, kill it, and then I fall asleep. I wake up, and it's 9 o'clock, and I text message like I'm here at the bar. We're supposed to meet up at 8. I was like, fuck me.
So did you get to meet up with her afterwards, or how'd that go?
We met up Tuesday, but it was cool.
She mad at you still? She give you that like kind of like glaring eye, like.
I thought you would have been funny.
Yeah.
If she would have been like, I'm here. I'm like, I'm not coming.
Oh, like turned it around on you?
Yeah, that would have been hilarious. That would have been a great story. But no, showed up. She was cool.
Damn. Imagine if she would have been like, hey, you kind of screwed me over a little bit. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to let you make it up to me, but you got to take me out to this fine, nice restaurant. Go ahead and get there. I'm going to get off work, but I want you to get there a little bit early and just get us a table,
That's cold-blooded right
order
now.
a bottle of wine, and I'll be there. And
That's cold-blooded.
as you leave, you just
But a
there.
bottle of wine, I hate wine. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that would be dope. Go ahead and order me a nice filet mignon, and then I'll be there. And then just leave you with the whole thing.
The whole tab? Yeah, what a bitch.
Yeah, that would be spiteful. That would be pretty petty.
I thought it would be a funny story because when she actually walked through the door, I was like, you know what? It would have been a better story if you didn't
You
show
could have
up.
left me. You could have left me.
But nah, she was cool. But then after that, it's just been chill.
Yeah.
So you guys had pho yesterday? You and your son
Yeah.
and family?
So for our viewers that are in the DFW area and getting that kind of that cool wintry weather stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
Yesterday when I got out of work, it was raining. Got off around like 2:00 ish. I was driving home in the rain and it was chilly, which I'm all cool with the cool weather and everything, as we all know. But I was like, man, you know what? I got home, walked in the door. I'm like, you guys hungry? Let's go get some pho. And so got some pho. Went to a place out there. I live in Fort Worth, so it was close to us in Haltom City. And yeah, got some legit pho. It was too good, too good.
You're
So
a big pho fan.
I love me some pho. I like to get pho'd up. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah,
What you say that again?
I like to get pho'd up
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
So you know,
I like it. What about you, Ziggy? How's the Backdoor Comedy Club? What's going on with that? How was your weekend?
My weekends are Tuesdays, and my Tuesday was good.
I'm glad.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That weekend.
Yeah, it's been same old for the most part. Still working like crazy. Still going up at the back door Thursdays and Saturdays. Shows at 8 and 10:15 on Saturdays. Call ahead for reserved seating.
Hey, VIP.
Yeah.
Legit shows, guys.
Yeah, that was. We still talk about it to this day. The time we went out there to go support you guys, and man, we had such a good time. Like, yeah, I went to it just thinking, okay, cool, we're gonna go see a show, but it could have been the amount of beer that I had beforehand. Who knows? But
Definitely, everybody was funny. There was one or two people who were like,
I was honestly terrified that it was going to be a bad experience for you guys, and you were going to be soured on it. I was like,
well,
"This is it's the thing of it's going to go well,
overthinking it.
but like if it does go bad, it's going to go terribly."
I mean, that's why I shoot for that. I don't shoot for middle ground. I don't want to be mediocre. Either I want to be, you guys absolutely love it, or if shit was burning down. Like, fuck this place. I'm like, you know what? It's the experience. I fucked up. Let me help you. But no, comedy, like, people go to comedy club expecting it to be absolutely hilarious every time. You know, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta say it's just people doing their bits and trying out new stuff
People working it
sometimes.
out.
You never know.
Mhm.
But it
You
was,
know.
man, it was hilarious. I had so much fun.
No, it is. It was hilarious. Only 1 or 2 people that came up, and I was like, I don't know. They weren't that funny. I mean, I chuckled. You know, I get the pitch.
Yeah, yeah, they tried, and some of them stuck, some of them didn't. But there's some really funny people. So
No, absolutely great experience. But I don't know. I know me and Ziggy are big Halloween people. I think everybody on this show and this network absolutely love Halloween. Did you have a good Halloween, Ziggy?
I had a great Halloween. I got a little more time off than usual this
Nice.
October, so I was able to carve out some time to watch.
oh, is
some
that
of my
a
favorite-
Halloween pumpkin joke there? A little carve out some time?
Not really. I do.
No pun intended?
I've been doing it so long that I make puns subconsciously. That's what's going.
You're just that funny of a guy.
Oh yeah, no. And it was good. My friend Pete, who also does comedy, and he is with me at the back door. We threw a Halloween party at his apartment.
Hey.
That was awesome. Yeah, we watched Reanimator and got really drunk. So,
Hey,
yeah.
classic Halloween movie.
oh yeah,
Absolutely
Reanimator's
phenomenal.
great.
Very nice. Very
The,
nice.
cheesy.
the new Blu-ray, if you haven't seen it on Blu-ray, it is great. Barbara Crampton is just
I will check it out. Have you watched the Reanimators?
You know, so Victor has this thing where he's seen every freaking movie under the sun. I swear to God. And he'll ask me, "Hey, like this movie, you make a reference." He'd be like, "You seen that movie, right? You seen that movie?" And I'll be like, "No, I have not." And then he always, I don't know why he still does it to this day, but he'll look at me and he'll be like, "Dude, you haven't seen that movie?" And I'm like, "Are you surprised?" So there's a big long list of movies that I need to see, and Reanimator is on that list. So I have not seen it.
Well, I'm not the only one at work that has a movie reference. You know, Tina, forgot her name.
T-Bird.
So, Tina, she also gets. We both had similar movie experiences growing up.
Yeah.
Just watch all the movies.
Yeah, all the movies apparently.
We try. You know, there's some movies that I haven't watched, some movies I forget, but do the best I can. I love movies. I think watching a good movie is more impactful to me than reading a decent book.
I don't know. I could think you could have a little bit of both. I really enjoy reading, but I do love me some good movies too. So
I don't know. I think I get more the feels. What about you, Ziggy?
I'm a big reader.
there you go.
What I've gotten into the last couple of years, or back into, is I've been really getting into comics because you get a movie and a book.
Oh, there you go. Kind of compare
I'm
it.
with you there. I ordered myself some Hellraiser comic books. The first 5. So
The Clive Barker comics
Yeah.
are really good. I've never watched we were talking about this before the show. I've never really watched the Hellraiser movies, but I have read some of the comics, and the art style is like super scratchy, and they're really good.
It looks good. I haven't got them yet. I just ordered them, so I'll be looking forward to that.
Have you ever seen Clive Barker's paintings?
Yes. Over the years,
Oh,
I've seen like
those
people
are-
Google searches of it and stuff like that. It's I
it's
don't
brutal.
own one. I kind of so I feel like it'd be weird because I always want to have a coffee desk, and I wanted like things that I'm interested in, like the top serial killers in America, Clive Barker artwork, and the Hellraiser like books. Now I'm gonna have them. Like I would like to have that on a coffee desk, but I feel like I don't know what people's reaction would be to that.
You invite a girl over for a first date, and on your coffee
Yeah.
table's like top serial killers in America.
How to dispose of a body quickly.
Wow.
I have
no.
had that problem before, so I can empathize.
Yeah, I've been
Well,
thinking about that.
Well, speaking of serial killers, we do actually have a
that's a
beer
good-
from this week. A little
Shout out.
segue.
Good segue on that one.
So one of the beers that I think Victor got to try when he was out there at the brewery
Yes.
is a beer called the Serial Killer. Cereal being actually like a bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
So we're about to kill this can of some serial
The
killer.
Frankenberry Fondler.
That's right.
That's a good name.
Oh, good pour there. I saw that.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I wish that I had a golf clap sound effect.
That's why, me too. That's why I had like a little half-ass clap.
These are pretty big crowlers. So the ones that I've seen before are more like a typical tall boy, like some bud or something, like kind of bigger than a normal can, but not like
18 ounces.
Yeah, this one's like, man, this is a meaty Texas-sized crowler.
Definitely
So-
get 3 good cups out of it. 2.5. It smells absolutely phenomenal. I'll let you guys be the judge of the beer.
Kind of hazy,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of a head, not too carbonated, but it smells good. Definitely smells good.
It smells absolutely phenomenal. It's a good beer.
That is delicious.
That's good. It's solid.
Mm-hmm.
You really get like so you kind of get like a graininess at the end. Like it kind of reminds me of some cereal. Like no lie.
They actually did use. I mean, I don't want to misspeak or misquote Noble Radio. I think they actually had like a batch of cereal they put into it.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of cereal, anything like that. But I mean, it's a good beer. It's a solid beer. I just was expecting something fruitier.
Yeah, it's not super. It's more in the smell. I think you get
Mhm.
more like the flavor or the scent of it. But yeah, on the taste side,
It's definitely smooth. Definitely could drink this. You could drink multiple of these with no problem.
Yeah, it's kind of light.
6% though. That's pretty good. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Damn, I cut myself.
Ruh-roh.
Little burn, but it's all good. Just drink more beer.
That's right. You won't feel it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think Noble Ray is also up there of like solid breweries. Like I've had some like their Eagle Tears. I got the shirt on. I'm not a big fan of like gozers and sours and stuff like that. So it's not a bad beer by any means. It's absolutely delicious. I just don't enjoy sours.
Yeah.
They're just a solid group of people that I've met. That everybody seems like they're having fun, enjoy their job, and it's good beers. You could tell.
Yeah, I haven't been out there yet, so I'm kind of jealous you got to go up there. But and I enjoyed Martin House's Salty Lady, and as I understand it, it can be kind of similar to that one, just because same sort of style.
It's definitely similar. Like it's the same style. So by most, it's close to the same kind of similar. But
Yeah.
I feel like me personally, and not to say anything about it, it just says like for me. Because I'm not a big connoisseur of sour beers. If I put side by side and blind taste myself, I think they're the same beer.
Yeah.
Both are absolutely good. I just don't like that style.
Yeah.
Just not a big fan. But back to the serial killer, it is a well balanced beer. It's on a lighter side, but it's good.
Yeah. This reminds me of a good summer beer. If Kirsty would say it.
Just
So-
like I said, we used to say, it's a good pool beer. Like hang by the pool. See,
I like it. I like lighter things. So,
like your women.
well, and my metal. I also run. Fans of the network might know that I run the Corpse Paint show here on
Okay.
Sundays.
Yep.
And I've had this
Bastards.
conversation with the host Satan on that show
Mhm.
that a lot of the music that he plays is not necessarily up my alley, but there's this one particular band that he played on the show, and he does this game now where he'll play me something and ask me, "What do you think of that?" And he played one, and I really liked it. And I said, "It's because the music doesn't come at you; it lets you come to it.
It doesn't attack me.
It's a good way to describe it.
And I just think that I'm kind of a laid back person like that, and I think that that's something about this beer, this serial killer beer, is it lets you come to it.
No, that's
The
a
serial
good.
killer doesn't come
That's
after
a
you.
solid reference. I like that. That's a good one right there. That's a good way of describing it. Yeah, I definitely would drink more. That's absolutely delicious. So big ups to Noble Rays on this one.
Yeah.
Absolutely love this shirt too. By the way.
Yeah, the cool thing you talked about it earlier. Their artwork is pretty cool.
Mhm.
They're the ones we brought it up on the show before. I think where they double stack like if you have their cans like on two different like stacked up, you can twist them so they make a full picture. So,
Yeah, they're the ones that had the off the leash one.
which one's that?
It's I want to say it's like a porter or something, but it's the one with like
Oh yeah, it was like in the dominatrix.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay,
there he is,
the gimp.
red ale. That was a good beer. That was
Yeah.
a good beer.
Very nice. We have that one on today, right? The
The
tactical
tactical- yeah.
combat.
That's the one we have it on. That's the. I guess we could save that. It's an IPA. We can save that for last. Don't. Oh, talking about side note to this. People who have famously remember look back at our catalog on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you want to find us. The Brampus
Yes.
is a style of beer that got confused for Bitter Sisters.
yes.
That
To
you
our
famously left me to
to
fucking drown.
our regret, our eternal regret. So the Brampus is one that we're actually having on as well. And the one that we had actually had it not that long ago at one of our good spots over here, Social Pie, that we stopped at.
One of our favorite spots, Social Pie. They see me a lot this week.
Yeah.
No, but it was absolutely phenomenal. But the thing about it, funny thing about the story is this: we were trying to pregame the show and set up how we're gonna set up the show, and we go to this bar, and Andrew was trying to get a taste for what we like as beers, right? And then Ziggy was there too. He was famously laughed at me. So we tried a peanut butter beer and then a Bitter Sisters beer, and I foolishly assumed they're both from Bitter Sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And we all talked about that, and I'm always like, yeah, Bitter Sisters, Bitter Sisters, Bitter Sisters. And then Bitter Sisters comes like one of the second brewery that we had on the show
Yeah. Yep.
was Bitter Sisters. And they come on, and I'm like all hype, and I'm running a little late. And the first thing I do is when they introduce them, go right into it, like, oh man, it's fate. This is fate. You had to be here. Like one of my favorite beers now is the peanut butter jelly beer you have on it. He's calmly looking at me. He's like,
No, it wasn't us.
not our beer, man. not a beer. And then you know who knew about that? Andrew and Kirsty, my co-pilots over here, slide in. Was like, you know what? Yeah, we looked it up. Nothing a beer.
We had our suspicions, so we were looking up different beers from the brewery, and we didn't see the one that we thought was on there. But we forgot to relay that message to, Commander in Chief over here. So
That's happened more times.
Yeah.
But hey.
It's not that you're wrong. It's that they don't communicate to you that you're wrong in a timely manner.
Yeah, so it's our fault.
And then on the show, they're like, yeah, we knew that. I was like, all
Yeah.
right, thank you.
Is that bus coming? Let's throw them under there.
No, absolutely great episode. We learned a lot from him.
Yeah, man,
Better Sisters, great beers.
Definitely want to reach out to them again. We've talked about them countless times on the show, but they, it was Carl that we had from. No, excuse me, that was from Manhattan Project.
Carlson, man, I gotta look at my phone log.
But, anyways, we love having them on.
Both of them on.
Yeah, all good people. So we need to reach out.
Everybody we had on, and people we have reached out and talked to is absolutely great people.
Yeah, we need to have them on the new setup so they can see
See
our
our face in AC.
Yeah, see us come up in the world. So some of those older ones get a little quality wise.
Get a little rough.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Heard that.
So
Next time is 4K.
Yeah. So.
Right, Ziggy? 4K
I mean, it's doable.
in the studio.
It's doable.
I don't know. I don't think anybody needs to see me in 4K. Let's just keep it where we're at.
Let's work on our weight. Like we so
That's
close.
my
to
fear.
Yeah, right. So
We're supposed to work on our weight, but I really just I wasn't prepared. We were sorry for lagging.
we're hoping it would be more geared towards the actual brewery and questions about the brewery stuff. So
Was not prepared, so I have nothing to talk about outside of I have been rewatching South Park, and if you want to talk about anime and like get into my childhood things, I've been rewatching South Park, and I forgot how much I love South Park. It's absolutely hilarious.
it is pretty freaking awesome. Pretty funny.
20% of the episodes is throwaways. You could throw away some of their episodes, but solid, in my opinion, solid 80% of it's fucking great.
The very first South Park episode I ever saw was the premiere of their anime episode.
Oh, that was such a good
Ninja
one.
Weapons episode.
Yeah.
That was the very first one that I ever saw.
Really?
And I had just at that point in my life been simultaneously getting into anime.
Oh wow.
And something clicked of these people understand me on a base
Primal level.
Yeah.
Man, I forgot about that episode. That's a good episode.
It's a good episode. Tell you, there's so many classic episodes.
So they make Carton big hulking, kind of like sumo style.
Oh yeah, and Butters gets a ninja star to his eye.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And that's how they get him out of the world. Like, it was fucking hilarious. It's such a good episode.
Good stuff.
They did the video game one that was also good. They did the superhero one that was absolutely good. They did some political ones here and there over the years.
Have you guys
of 'em.
played The Fractured Butthole yet?
Yes, I have. I've actually just beat it last night.
Oh, I've not played it. I'm excited to give it a try.
It's a fun game. It's fun.
Wait, is it the what's the one? The magic.
That's the Stick of Truth.
Stick of Truth.
Yeah, that's the first one.
First one.
Similar to the first one. If anyone so the Fractured Butthole, if anyone was interested in playing it or trying it, similar to the first one, the Stick of Truth. Towards the end, it gets a little stale, and you gotta push your way to the end of the game, right? But once you get pushed, it's fun. It's fun. It's nothing like saying it's hard time finisher. It just gets a little repetitive towards the end.
Yeah,
but it's fucking fun. It's weird.
I've had no time for any video games lately, except for I played a little Destiny 2. That's about it. But I get home, man. I swear, kids run all over the place. Running all over.
When we have 5 kids.
Having 5 kids, 8 kids, I lose track. So
It's 8 kids now? Damn. Oh, you gotta add the dogs.
yeah,
You gotta add the dogs.
it's about 44. Yeah, now I think about it. So no, but
Talking about just busy, man. Life catches up.
one thing I want to get out to and go travel a little bit more. So I don't know, what have you guys ever have a top 5 places you ever wanted to travel to?
Depends. We want to do interstates, out of states.
No, well, I mean, it could be anywhere. So I mean, yeah, you can have some stuff here in the good old US of A, but any international trips or anywhere. What are y'all? Any places y'all have always wanted to go to that you haven't got to yet?
That I haven't got a chance to go to yet.
Yeah.
Hong Kong, Japan, Italy. That's the only ones I really care about.
Yeah.
Everything else is up in the air for me. I could see if I want to. Australia.
That would be dope.
It's on the list.
Yeah.
You know, that's
You-
it.
like-
Oh, maybe New Zealand. People seem like they're cool and like to drink out there. I'm not sure.
All the Kiwis out there in New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
But you, Ziggs?
Tokyo is probably my number one, and then Seoul is probably
Korea,
up
that's a
there.
good one, too.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna go to Hong Kong, I might as well just fly right over to Seoul.
I'm a little uncomfortable going to China. I think I would really enjoy going to China, but there's so much there that I feel like I'm an outspoken individual, and I'd like end up in like a prison or something. So I don't want to be that
definitely
guy.
stay out of Taiwan.
Inciting rebellion within the Forbidden City.
I've always wanted to go to Germany.
Yes.
That's another one there.
Germany,
Yes.
and probably on that same trip, Poland. I do want to. One of the things that I've always wanted to do is I've wanted to visit the camps,
Really?
Auschwitz, and everything. And I think that that's a real bummer trip to talk about, but I think that's a very important trip.
Historical trip.
Oh,
You know,
definitely.
and I've always wanted to do that. So those are probably my top three.
Yeah. Man, China. Speaking of China, they eat some crazy street food in China. So I don't know if anybody's ever seen the show Idiot Abroad.
Yeah. I've
yeah.
seen a little bit of it.
Speaking of a Carl, that's a Carl right there. So he goes and he's like just like completely. He's a very simple-minded person, but he sees these people eating like they have like centipedes on a stick, and man, I don't know if you could pull up any like Chinese like street foods, but they have just like scorpions and all sorts of bugs and just on a stick. You know,
gotta
just like
feed-
we have hot dogs or corn dogs on a stick here. That's normal for us.
They gotta feed 1 billion people. They ain't got time for that.
That's true. Yeah, I never thought about that. What can we put on a stick? There's a lot of centipedes in the city. Do it.
Fry it.
Fry it.
Fry it.
But honestly, I think if I was out there, I don't know, would you guys ever try that? Would you ever try like a centipede on a stick or like a
That right there.
bug?
That's a whole chicken.
It's a whole chicken. I'm looking at the bug part. Where's the bug? Show me some
I'll look.
bugs. There's got to be something. But, man, yeah, that's on my list.
Well, Japan, Vietnam, not Taiwan, Thailand. They eat some weird shit. I think a lot of places they even Japan. Japan eats a lot of weird shit.
So
What the
Japan,
fuck?
I think there's a general rule of thumb in Japan, like
If it swims, you eat it.
if
It's
it
a
comes out
scorpion.
the sea, look at that. So some nice black centipedes.
That's scorpions.
Scorpions. Yeah, wow. I'd be down with that. You know, I give it a shot.
That's weird, man.
I wonder how they cook it. You know, I wonder like okay, if it's just like a bug that they just put in a fire and then they're like here, eat it. But if they like spice up some garlic or something,
Well-
you know, I'd be willing to try it. I don't think I would be like opposed to it necessarily.
Have you ever had the mezcal that has the scorpion instead of the worm?
No.
It's pretty good.
Really?
And then you eat the scorpion at the end of the bottle.
Really?
Never seen that one. That's interesting.
I heard that the whole eating the worms like just like a tourist thing they make the white people do in Mexico.
Oh yeah, I mean for sure.
I mean, I'd be down. I'd be down.
I mean, it's experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get the fuck-
Holy, that is gnarly. Is that a snake?
I believe so.
I would have to believe. I would hope so.
Because at first I was like, is that tentacles, like an octopus tentacle? But no, see, it's kind of artful the way they threw that through there, though.
Yeah, but man, now you gotta be thinking: is that a tentacle? Like, what the fuck? That's interesting. What the fuck?
But yeah,
Getting
so
weird.
for me, I think I wanted to go to Germany. So my kind of overall, like, kind of personal and
You've been thinking
the
about this
show.
For a minute.
I mean, I've always wanted to go for the beer when I really started getting into beer. But imagine us, we go to like a nice, monastery where the monks brew their own beers, and we do a live spot of Dallas Beertalk International Edition, Bavaria or something. You know, hey, that would be awesome,
that
right?
would be amazing.
That would be cool. So
it would be legit.
My dad was stationed in Germany when he was in the armed forces, and he has the best beer he ever tasted was this one like small monastery.
oh,
so
man,
maybe we could do it from there.
that would be
Heard
legit.
that. Make that a full circle.
So-
Family trip.
Yeah, that's one of the spots on my list. Italy, definitely want to go to Italy. We'll go to Vietnam, eat some good food out there in Vietnam. Seems like a chill spot. Thailand. It's beautiful, tropical areas out there. Like I want to go there.
You went to expensive places. Now we're going cheap places.
Yeah, like, by that point on my trip, I'm getting out of money and funds, and so I'm like, where can I go next?
It's like you get a $20. You can travel anywhere.
Yeah.
We're gonna go.
Yeah. I think Bosnia or like Greece or in that area.
Yeah.
It's beautiful out there too.
I've heard that Prague is a really good place to
I've
go
seen
in the
great
Czech
pictures.
Republic.
I've seen great pictures, but I know I haven't been.
My grandparents have been, but I've never.
You see great pictures. The hotels are absolutely phenomenal if you look it up. Like, because I was like hoping since I was 21 years old, every year go to an international place. So I looked like a lot of places up, and the hotels look great. I don't know. I don't know shit about it.
I had this like kind of thought about traveling like internationally for a while, and then when I was younger, I saw the movie Hostel.
Yeah, I saw Hostel too, but I wasn't going to a hostel.
No, I know. But like
that stopped me from going to hostels.
True. The movie Hostel's like Americans. If you're an American, they're gonna kidnap you, and you're worth a lot more because you're American.
Yeah, they got you.
Oh man, that was a trippy movie, but yeah.
Hostel 3 is the one I can never watch again.
I'm like, it's not really like that, right?
They made a third one?
Yeah.
Did they?
Hostel 3, or it could be bullshit. I'm pretty sure Hostel 3 is the one that the dogs eat the guy's nuts.
That was the second one.
Was it the second one?
Yeah, they ate his junk.
Is it the second one?
Pretty sure. I saw both. First. Oh, there was part 3.
Now I gotta know which one of the dogs ate his nuts.
It's an important part. Gotta figure this out.
Whichever one dogs ate his nuts is the one I don't watch.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that one that was very primal and hurting, and that like made me like. I would think I was 16 when that movie, 16, 15 when the movie came out. I was like,
It just made like Europe seem super sketch. I was like, man, I hope I do not get murked if I ever go out there to. Amsterdam. I'm gonna go Amsterdam. I don't know how many of that is on my list. I think that's too many, but
no, that's all of them. Let's go. We're going everything we just named today. We will be going for Dallas.
We'll
Beer
go
Talk.
there. Yeah.
For Dallas Beertalk. No, I like it, man. I think I've tried places I wanted to be. I've been some of the places. I really. As a dream place, I thought, because I grew up in a very, I wasn't super poor. I wasn't like third country poor or very dirt poor, but I grew up poor. My parents did their best. But I worked in the city bartending. So one of the things, I've met a lot of business people, and they go on business trips to Iceland just for the fuck of it. Like, I'm going to go to Reykjavik for this Thursday night. Let's go to Reykjavik. It's like a 2-hour flight. And it was international. And they just go out there and party with all these freaking beautiful women. And people come back with these beautiful women. It was just like these business people who did shit like that. I thought it would never be attainable for me to go to Reykjavik.
Yeah.
So one of my first international trips was to Reykjavik.
Like, I'm gonna ball out. I'm gonna go to Reykjavik.
Yeah. Wasn't my first. My first one, of course, everybody goes to Mexico. I went to Mexico first. I went to Vancouver, and then I went to Reykjavik. But Reykjavik was the first one I was like, yo, I have to be there.
Yeah. I heard some story about Reykjavik on the radio the other day about how a lot of people are buying. It's become a lot more expensive now. They're putting a lot of hotels in Reykjavik, and it's becoming like a lot more expensive there. Cost of living's gone up, so like now a lot of young people are going there now. So interesting.
I mean, that's unfortunate. It was getting expensive while I was there, and people talked about it. And if that was 5 years ago, 4 years ago. And if it got more expensive than that, that's disappointing, because half the part of the fun there was how young people were there. And having fun.
It's supposed to be like a hip spot for the younger people to go to and live and kind of hang out there and there. So
man, it was fun.
Wow.
I mean, everything food was expensive, but beers were cheap. It was fun. And it really into graffiti, and that's a young people game. I don't want to see older people get into graffiti. The city,
you don't know, man. Get that skill.
I don't know,
honing
man.
their graffiti skills.
I know older
years.
people who are older who started doing graffiti continue doing it, but maybe not doing bombs on the side of buildings. But
I heard Banksy's like 83.
He might be 1,000. We don't know. We don't know.
A long line of Banksys. Well, we do have a second beer in the lineup. Should we save? Do you want to save that one for last? Do you want to go for that one next?
Let's go for the Brampus, man.
All right. So this next one on the list, we have the Brampus. So is this there's a little confusion. We weren't sure if you got the normal version or the specialty one.
We got the Brampus, which is the brown ale, instead of the cream ale, the one we had, the peanut butter and jelly.
Okay. Let's give that a shot. Still can't get over these boys are so freaking big, man. Golf clap. I saw that. Yeah.
But let's keep talking.
Ziggs, pass me that glass. Let me get you a little bit.
Now the brand piss, we also had this before though. This is the one that we had the second time apparently.
Man.
The second time apparently we had at again our favorite spot in America, Social Pie.
We do love us some Social Pie.
And this is another absolutely phenomenal beer. Crowlers. We have a one label here and everything. I just noticed that.
Yeah. Be noble, drink noble.
Heard
noble
that.
Ray. So this one, one of the first things you kind of know when you go in, when you notice when you go in for it is the smell. So smells like, to me, when I smell it, smells like fall. You got
like
kind of
fall?
like,
That's
yeah,
a good description. Hey, that's a good description.
you know, the breakfast stout smells like breakfast to you. It smells like fall. So it's got, it's got kind of like a nutmeg, cinnamon sort of smell. It smells wonderful. Anyways, let's get a taste. Tell me what y'all think.
I think this will go with a good cup of coffee. Like mixed it.
Ooh, yeah.
Like the coffee I made this morning.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so we can get into that a little bit. We are delving deep in the rabbit hole of coffee brewing.
Yeah, it's getting really bad.
Yeah. No, it's getting really good. It's getting really good. People think that we're dedicating like all our time to coffee, but man.
Damn near a lot. Especially like free time at work.
So good, so good. So we get up to work super duper early in the morning. We get there we clock in around 5:30 in the morning. We go to work. You know, we're used to that schedule, so it's not so much the actual waking up super early, right? And then we go for some coffee after that. And for a while, we were just drinking coffee from downstairs at the cafeteria. Crappy stuff. And then we got to where Victor had a French press at the house. And so he brought his French press up to work. And we actually had another person in another department nearby that had a personal, like, is a little hand crank coffee grinder. And so we had the beans, got the whole beans, started doing the coffee grinder part, using that for the French press. And so we're getting, you know, our addiction's growing. We're getting into it a little bit more. And then Victor has these little YouTube adventures he likes to go on and just watch. He'll just get on a topic and just start watching a lot of videos. Yeah. And so the next step in that was having a Chemex, a pour over style. So you want to talk a little bit about that, what that's about?
So a lot of it. So the French press thing was, I've had a French press for a while. My mom got me about a year ago for my coffee thing. And I just like that it's just a stronger, bolder coffee, you know? And I just like that. But apparently, once I'm bringing it to work, and I'm like, I get nervous. So back it up a little bit for me personally. When I cook for people or when I do this, I get a little more nervous. Like, I want to make sure it's done right. For me, I don't care. I do whatever. But I want to make sure it's a little right. And we're going to get back to the beer here in a little bit. But
this is important.
We're going to get back to the beer.
We are Dallas Coffee Talk / Beer Talk.
So I was like, as I got into like how to make a better French press, Danya got a Gerardo coffee grinder, which that's what it's called. And she's like, I have that. You know, I could just bring it from work. I mean, from home. Bet, bring it. Then I figured out how to make my coffee grinds a little thicker so we get less of the coffee grind through our mesh. And then, but I still want the oils. That's what a coffee press is known for. I still want the oils. So I kept that. But then I was like, as I got into it and I heard the quality of different type of coffee makers, because then I was like, you know what? Let's get different coffee styles, you know? So I looked at all the different coffee styles. You got the V60 pour over method, which is similar to the Chemex pour over methods. But the Chemex takes out all the unwanted oils from your coffee that makes it bitter.
So what's a Chemex consist of? Like, what's the setup look like?
It's like a beaker glass.
It's like a beaker glass, right? And
there's like two beaker glasses on top of each other.
You got one that stands up kind of at an angle. You put in a filter paper in the top.
Yep.
And so you put the coffee grinds in that filter, and you slowly pour in hot water
for about 3 minutes.
And essentially what you get at the end of it all, the filter paper takes out a lot of the oils, and with the oils, a lot of the bitterness. So you get like a really smooth cup of coffee. And we're not like a big sugar creamer person. We usually drink it pretty much black.
Yeah.
We'll add like some cinnamon and coconut oil. I think in ours. So it's perfect, man, and it's great, really great. We kind of almost got it down to perfection already. So
A few more things to make it better, but we got it. We're getting close.
Yep.
Back to the Brampus.
the Barampus is dope,
That was a pretty long segue. That was probably about 2-3 minute segue.
but
But it was worth it. Listen, back to that reason why I stayed all that's why we brought up coffee about the Brampus is I was thinking, get that smooth coffee without the bitter flavor to it. Mix it half and half. Make it a cold coffee.
ooh,
Cold beer coffee.
a nice little brew.
Uh-huh.
So interesting thing. It's kind of another little side note. There's a place
Put
in
a little
Fort
Michael
Worth.
Clark Duncan in it. Make it John coffee.
Oh,
This is what I missed, Siggy. This is what I needed.
but there's a spot over there where I live on Magnolia Street in Fort Worth. A place called Brood, which has some awesome stuff. And Brood, they do a thing called a Java Nitro, and it's a stout, and they add in espresso shots to it, and it makes it. So you get like a real strong coffee espresso taste to it, but it has backed up with beer. So you're getting like
So what if I make
it's a hipster's Red Bull and vodka.
what if
you
I
will.
do what if we take the Brampus, right?
Yes.
And make the Chemex pour over coffee double as strong as we do now.
Drink it at work, get fired.
Put the little espresso shots in the Brampus, and it'd be the best beer of all time.
Where's Blanton? We need to talk to him about this.
He said,
Blanton,
market this, Blanton.
we'll market this. We'll have a coffee and Barampus pairing at your next open mic night.
And
so,
Ziggy will be hosting.
Yeah, Ziggy. Do you know anything about that open mic night?
I do. It's on Thursdays, and Wes Corwin, local comic. I know him. He's a good friend. I used to play in a D&D game with him
Nice.
for a couple months. That was run by my comedian buddy Pete.
Was he? What was his role in the party?
I actually came in later. He was a human barbarian, I believe, who was not the brightest, but my character told him that he was very competent, and so we became fast friends because he was happy that someone called him competent. My character also was a charlatan. Yeah,
You win.
my character was a cat person pirate named Mooch.
I like it.
Were you mooching off of him?
Yes, actually, within two rounds of us sessions of us playing, he gave me the party's bank. He trusted me very quickly.
That's a great character you developed right there.
I am. Unlike in real life, my character very charismatic.
Very awesome.
I
Very
like
awesome.
it. So Noble Ray, shout out to the Brampus. You guys did great job on this.
Yeah, this is definitely my favorite from the brewery that I've had thus far. So I haven't had the last one on the
None
the
of
menu.
us have. This one I haven't had as
The
well.
tactical.
Combat?
What is it?
The tactical combat
Firefighter.
firefighter.
Yeah.
I'm over here just daydreaming, trying to figure shit out.
Yeah.
No, but I want to get Ziggy's opinion on there's an anime called Log Horizon, and it's basically a D&D version of but it's a Japanese video game. Like they get stuck in there. It's like dot sign dot hack whatever. Similar thing where people get stuck in like
Or
video
Sword
game.
Art Online.
Or that it's before that one, but it's around the same time, same premise, same people making the same thing. And I don't know. I liked it in the beginning, and it gets weird. I was wondering if you ever watched that one.
I've never seen Log Horizon. I have seen the first season of Sword Art Online and like half of the second season.
I really don't like that one.
We've had that conversation.
Discussion.
Yeah, but Log Horizon starts off well. It starts off like a D&D type package game where you have to have set characters to help you progress, and especially once they get stuck in the game. And I like that where like you can't have like just overpowered characters like fighters and not have
You gotta rely on the whole.
strategy and a whole team-based thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I've seen the Yu-Gi-Oh arc where they get caught in the virtual reality world.
yeah. I try to rewatch Yu-Gi-Oh. You ever try to rewatch things back in the past?
I've honestly, I've rewatched Yu-Gi-Oh a lot.
I was gonna say, man, I'm still into Yu-Gi-Oh. I still get the same plot that's over and over again, repeated in every episode. I'm still down with it.
If you take it and
Yes.
you pick out like the handful of duels that you like, and you put the episodes on like 1.5 or 2 times speed, because there's a lot of filler.
There is,
But
yeah.
if you watch it like that, it becomes a lot more interesting.
God bless.
I laughed
God bless.
at the fact that I was saying those ridiculous words. But also, if you get the Nintendo DS 3D Yu-Gi-Oh game that has the card projections as you play them.
You've activated my trap card.
Yes, and you get to make like dramatic moves playing against a dumb computer.
I mean,
It's fun in that way.
let's be honest. Like, I'm not saying I didn't like it as a kid, and I still have a Yu-Gi-Oh game on my phone, Duel Links.
Yes.
Which
seen
Which
it play.
sucks.
It's not bad. It's the best one they have on there. So, which one do you think is better?
I got to admit there's the Yu-Gi-Oh DS game
But-
for 5Ds where you can actually race the motorcycles. That's pretty great.
Yeah, but I'm talking about mobile games. Like,
Mobile games. I don't know.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Links is probably the better one they have. It's a shitty version of a game, but it's the better one. I still enjoy the shitty Game Boy Advance one, where you start in ancient Japan, you get stuck because you can't beat the character, like the next boss, because he's absolutely cheating. Like, you can't beat him, but you have to beat him to advance on. So I never left
A la Mike Tyson.
punch out kind of thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
but the first round. Imagine the first round and you fight Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson with card games.
Yeah.
Man.
And
Talking
you-
about old school video games. Victor and I touched on this before. There's one, I don't know if you know about Ziggy, Ghost and Ghouls. Super Ghost and Ghouls. Ever heard of that?
Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Ghouls and Ghosts, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Game is hard than a bee.
Yeah, that's another one that's like punch you right in the face.
That's on the
Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo, yeah.
Yeah, they put that on the
The new
remastered
retro?
SNES. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that game is hard, man. So,
I mean, there's a tons of shitty games. Not shitty, tons of great games back in the days, but you couldn't beat. I mean, I felt like as a kid, I got further. You know, you ever try to replay a game that
I feel the opposite way. So there's games that I played a lot that I could never beat, and then
Mhm.
and I go back and revisit them like at a later time, and I feel like they're a little bit easier. I was able to kind of breeze through them.
But like which ones?
There's a Batman game. The Batman. I don't remember which one it was. I don't know the name of it, but there was a Batman game that was pretty hard to me back in the day, and I got a lot farther.
For me, Final Fantasy VIII was like when I played Final Fantasy VIII. I was maybe 10,
Yeah.
maybe when I first played it.
You should give me a real Robert De Niro face right there. I like that.
If that, I don't know.
What
But it was unbeatable for me when I was a 10-year-old. I couldn't figure it out
Yeah.
because I skipped through the reading. And there's no rereading in that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I had to when I replayed it when I was 15, and I was like, oh, I got into it and I played it, and I replayed it again in my 20s. It's absolutely phenomenal. But like Super Ghouls and Ghosts,
Game is hard, dude. So
Super
hard.
Contra C.
I haven't
like,
played it- I
I used
haven't
to
played it
beat
recently.
Super Contra C like with no problem. I can't beat that game now. It's like unbeatable.
I want to go ahead and invoke the chug the rest of your beer rule, guys. So
Man,
we can,
fuck you.
Yeah, you're pretty light today. Last week we had Victor chug down a mean amount of beer, so we get this last one. Pass me that one. So this last one in our adventure of the Noble Ray Brewery is the Tactical Combat Firefighter.
Yes.
And if you guys look at the picture, it looks straight up like Macho Man Randy Savage. So pop that picture. It looks exactly like him.
That's a good pour right there.
Ooh.
That is Macho. I think that is Macho Man. It has to be. It's IPA. It's 7%. Maybe this is not the because that one says 7%. Is there another one that says tropical?
Oh man. Oh, this one smells so good. I can already smell it. Yeah.
It smells like IPA. Can you scroll down their website on their beer listing? Is there anything else that says tactical fighter?
Tropical Combat Fighter.
This is what we have.
Firefighter.
This is what we have. So it's the same IPA style beer, but it's less alcohol content. So what's the difference with this one? It has a fruity punch. Fruity, blah, blah, blah. I can't read this. I got bad eyesight.
Yes, like a napalm burst followed by a tsunami, tropical tactical combat firefighter punches with fruity flavor while remaining cool and refreshing.
Snap it to a Slim Jim.
A balance of Citra, Galaxy, Amarillo hops, and a unique yeast strain adds to the beach flavor, making this an incredibly drinkable and sought-after IPA.
We got to talk with that from now on for the rest of the show.
Oh damn! There'll be a strain on the old vocal cords there.
Let me tell you something about this beer, brother. This beer
hoppy.
takes the tactical combat firefighter and adds a fruity punch, brother. Let me tell you something, brother, about this IPA. This takes the normal tactical combat firefighter and takes a little bit of the alcohol content away, but adds a fruity flavor that truly, truly brings out the flavor of these Amarillo hops, brother.
Those damn Amarillo hops. Golf clap. Golf clap.
That's really.
That was
Couldn't say it better
great.
myself.
We
This is
should
the
have had.
best.
If we would have had Blanton on the show, he could have introduced the whole crew like that. That would have been great.
If we next time when we actually have Nobody on the show, we are gonna I would work on my voice. I'm not good like that. I need to work on it. I will work on my wrestler voice. I will work in my inner. Who's the guy that just did 30 for 30? Ric Flair. I will work on my. I will. Woo!
There it is.
I'll come in with
There
a
it
fur
is.
coat and everything. I'm gonna do my best Ric Flair impression.
I'm the beer chugging, glass drinking, hops drinking. All right, so what do you guys
Let
think?
me tell you something, brother. If you're an indie brewing company out there, if you think you're better than me, well, let me tell you something. Noble Ray Brewing is coming for you.
Hey, it brings back so many memories.
I know so
Oh,
many good
man.
memories.
So, what does everybody think about the beer? So,
good.
Absolutely phenomenal.
it's
you cannot say it's not good after that.
nah, it's all right. You built it up so bad. No, honestly, it's a good beer. So I know you're not a big IPA
No,
person.
I am not a big IPA person.
It's the thing that I think really gets me with this one is you smell it. Like first and foremost, you really smell the hops. It smells good, nice and floral bouquet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
It's definitely sweeter than I would expect from IPA. It's not the same, but what it reminds me of is Ballast Point sweet beers.
I think it's not too like it's got a hop flavor, but it's not too strong where it gets bitter at the end and kind of like bites at the
Well, you
end.
get the sweetness towards
Yeah.
the end. You
Yeah.
smell the sweetness, and you expect the sweetness in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You get the hops, and I think to me, finishes the sweet.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's not similar to any beer Ballast Point has. But what I do the comparison is the sweetness they have, because Ballast Point has a lot of fruit flavor beer kind of things. And I just think that it finishes off very sweet, similar to that kind of style. I don't know if they were shooting for a West Coast style beer, but I feel like they get to that style.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a good beer. It's a really good beer. Like I said, everybody knows I don't like IPA, so I wouldn't say like I love it. I'm gonna drink it all the time, but it's definitely a really good IPA.
What are your thoughts, Ziggs? What do you think?
They already expressed them.
It's good, brother.
There you go. So I think overall we've. If I'm ranking them this one surprised me a lot. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this one.
That's why I want to save it. That's why I wanted to save it for last.
Very good, because one we hadn't tried yet. So I think I'm ranking it. Still, Barampus, probably my fave.
Mm-hmm.
Followed up by the tactical combat firefighter,
Mm-hmm.
and then the serial killer probably in a close
Third.
So-
They're all good. I mean, if you were to switch these in any way you want them, if you will drink these same three beers like we just did, the Brampus, the Serial Killer, and Tropical Tactical Fighter, Combat Fighter. You can rank them however you want, whatever you think is your preference. Rank them whatever you think. They're all delicious.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with you on the ranking scales for us.
Mhm. I want to, man.
I just wish how sweet the Tropical Fighter is. How it finished off sweeter. I wish the Serial Killer finished off a little sweeter.
Yeah, because it kind of teased you with the smell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it smells super sweet.
And it mellows out real quick.
Yeah.
And it kind of finishes with that kind of grainy, kind of cereal taste to it. Yeah. So it's true on one end, I guess. But I wish you would have brought one of those Eagle tears on. I wanted to try the Eagle tears.
Well,
because fuck the Eagles, go Cowboys. So am I
go
right,
Giants.
guys?
Go Giants.
Whoa, man, come on, man. You can't say go Giants this season. That's like, no, you can't say that.
Reports from the Giants locker room indicate that the team no longer supports head coach Ben McAdoo.
Yes, they've been saying that. It's because he got a new haircut.
He's
he
a
went from
shitty
pedophile
coach.
haircut to a sleazeball haircut. He's a sleazeball.
He has a sleazeball mustache.
That feels like a step up in the world, though.
I don't know. Maybe
I think you go.
Okay,
I think you go from sleazeball down to pedophile.
Here's what he is.
Good call.
He's a pedophile. Now he's a sleazeball haircut pedophile. So he's both now. The point is, go Cowboys, and the Giants sucking it up. But it's kind of scary.
Who won the championship last? Who's the last one in the league in our division to win a championship?
Who's got more though?
Who? The Steelers.
No, more between the Cowboys and the Giants. He can do
Drew, where can people find you?
Drew, people can find me every day working my ass off. No, you can find me on Facebook at Andrew S. Franklin. Find me at Dallas Beertalk, of course.
Of course.
Where my man Victor resides as well. What about you, Vic?
You can always find me as Victor Santana on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. You can find me. But big ups to the
Chanel?
No, big ups to Chanel. Always support Chanel.
Big Chanel. Yep.
But the glassmaking girl.
Oh, yes. I can't remember her name. Is slipping.
Big ups to the glassmaking girl. She was cool as shit.
We met somebody up there at Social Pie. She does like glass art, and she's real cool. We'll probably have her on the show hopefully sometime soon. Talk to her a little bit. But, yeah. But anyways, what about you, Vic? Excuse me, you, Ziggy? Where can we find you?
I don't do social media because it is stupid. But you can catch me every Thursday at 8:30 at the Backdoor Comedy Club. You can catch me every Saturday at 8 and 10:15, where I more likely than not will be hosting the Late Show. And guys, I have a real plug this week.
Is it real?
Yes, it is. I'm pretty excited about it. I have a new book coming out in February. It is an unauthorized biography of Prince. I'm calling it When Quails Weep. I'm pretty excited about it.
This is what it sounds like when quails weep? I'm pretty sure that's how they cry. Anyways.
Not funny. But big ups to Be Higher, the glass maker.
Yeah, but that's not her. What's her name, though? That's why I was looking for her name. I could have told you that. Anyways,
we could be higher.
That's right. Take you higher and higher. We are Dallas Beer Talk. We do love to drink some beer and talk about beer. And we do love some coffee as well on the side. So we appreciate everybody viewing us.
I didn't kill those girls, Tom Hanks.
And we also appreciate Ziggy being back in the studio.
Man, been fucking fun. This has absolutely been fucking fun.
Everybody go check out Noble Ray. We'll try to have him on the show pretty soon. And look out for our new stuff coming up. And follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and the like. And we'll see you guys next week. Thursday from 3 to 4. We love you guys. # talking under the influence, brother.